guys, welcome to my Sims 5 sauce. Obviously I had something that I downloaded that caused some troubles. I had to take everything off to figure out what it was, and apparently it was these shoes. Don't know what it is. So this first person I'm making, you might be able to tell who it is in a minute. Maybe. I kind of stepped on some of them, and if you see long pauses, which I tried to cut most of them out, but if you see a long pause, it's because I was actually looking at pictures of them to try to get them as closely related as possible. Don't think that's the right hair color, but it might be. They don't have like dark roots with bleached hair, which they probably really should, but they really don't. So here is one of those moments where I'm trying to figure out what color his eyes actually are. Did I get his eyes right? I don't know. You can tell me in the comments. I really had to look and look for a whole bunch of different pictures to figure out like what exactly he looked like. So difficult, and I still don't think I got him right, like at all. I am very proud of how they came out though. It was such a nice experience to do this. I probably will end up changing them here and there just a little bit, because I would actually really appreciate like some comments, like, you know, maybe something else for his mouth or his chin or his jawline or something. Like in that one on the side view, like his jaw looks too far back. Like I watched this video over a few times and I was still didn't see how that is. Like I don't really know how to fix that either. I thought this shirt was nice because, you know, it was kind of open. So I think that's the shirt I leave on him too. Yeah, it is. Now the pants, I've only watched their videos every once in a while, so I kind of tried to find, obviously not those pants that said, you know, not boy band, but, you know, them. So I thought his ripped jeans would be good, you know? I don't know if he wears Converse. Like I said, it's kind of how I imagined him at first because I didn't think about looking him up. But I laughed so hard when I saw that outfit. I was like, yeah, where is this? I've never seen this before. Until I figured out that it was probably a full body outfit. And it was. So all of them have the same aspiration. They want to be a musical genius. And most of them are creative. Just because it'll help them. Because I'm planning on having them become like, not a band, but like, because they don't have drums in The Sims, so obviously this is Luke. So they don't have drums, and I'm sorry that there's no sound, but you guys can hear his voice in the video that I make. So okay, so they don't have drums, so Ashton is gonna have to play like the piano. I might make Luke just be the singer, and then Mike and Callum, I always want to say his name is Calum. So they'll play the guitars, and then they'll get better at guitars. And I really tried to make him look like him, and I think this one was one of the best Sims that I had, because out of the 4 of them, I'll have to go back and redo them, obviously, but he has beauty mark on him that I've seen in a few photos, so I was like, oh, which one do I put on him? So I decided the one closer to the eye, because they didn't really have one like in the middle. I was like, crap. And then his hair was black, and I think that set off his skin tone because it made him look a lot lighter than he was. And I was like, crap, what am I supposed to do without that? So I kind of had like the gray and black hair just because it made it look a little bit lighter, and he didn't seem like he was completely like super light skinned. there's me playing with his eyes some more. And I noticed that in a lot of the pictures he wore a tank top. So I was like, yes, a tank top. And I was like, wait, hold on. Okay, I don't do it right now because I didn't want to put them all in the same pants either. So I was like, no, I'm not doing this. So then I did his everyday wear, and I was like, no, because this is like the same as Luke's. I was like, no, I don't want this. So now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look up an outfit, and I saw one. I was like, okay, this I can do because I know that there's pants that I can do this with, and it was so annoying. I wanted to make it a like red and white plaid that they have, but the pants were like too light because his pants are darker in most of them. I didn't want, see, those pants are green. And those ones are black with the green. I was like, actually, that looks pretty good. I guess. And then he likes to wear, in a couple of the pictures I saw, anyways, the specific outfit that I picked from. That is these shoes. Not specifically those shoes, but just like those shoes. So I was like, yep. And I think that last skin tone was the one that should have been for him instead because clearly he's not super dark compared to the rest of them, but he's tanned. And that's like too tan. Oh, and the outfit that I found has the bracelets on both sides. Now, I had so much difficulty trying to figure out because the ones that I know are the right bracelets are feminine bracelets because it has a pearl bracelet on the inside of it. And I was like, oh, I can't do that. Not because it's a feminine thing, but because it has the pearl on the inside. That one. You can't see it. It's right there. You'll see it in a second. But I was like, God, do I make that choice? Do I just put it on him because that's literally exactly what it is? And I was about to put these like hair ties on him, and I was like, no, those like constantly glow all the time and they don't look right, and I can't pick a multicolor because there's no actual multicolor one. So I was like, oh, how about these ones? And it has the pearl in it, but I think it looks pretty accurate to what I was going for. He's creative, he's the music lover. Oh, did I make him creative? He's good. I don't know if I think, yeah, okay. He's a good music lover and he's creative. I had to figure out what color his eyes were. I was like, God, they're like hazel, but they're not hazel, but they're hazel. This is me pausing to see and look again because I want to make sure the color's right because I know a lot of people get upset when things aren't right, and I'm one of those people. Because a lot of the pictures he's smiling and he's got like these big cheeks and his eyes are so squinted all the time. Like, his eyes aren't naturally like that, so I had to go and find pictures where I mess around with these eyebrows a lot. I find a picture where he wasn't smiling so much, and I could not really find a picture of him that was not smiling, because he's always the one that smiles all the time. That I've seen, anyways, so. Yeah, that was me playing with the eyebrows. So, yeah, and I put his eyebrows to match his hair now. So, he's not done, but also, because he's the drummer, he had to have bigger arms because his arms do a lot of lifting and they do a lot of, movement, so technically they're getting worked out a lot. I was like, yeah, he needs bigger arms. He doesn't need a lot of muscles, but his arms themselves need to be bigger. Had to put his hat on because he wears his hat and he likes his hat. They didn't have like a good hat for it, so I was like, yeah, this fedora with the green stripe is gonna have to do. And those boots were hid nicely, so they kind of looked sneakerish. And actually, no, the outfit I picked was boots. He was wearing like a black tank top with black jeans and black boots and his black fedora. So I was like, yes. I was gonna make him goofball until I realized Michael was the goofball. Like, to me, he is, anyways. So he's a music lover, and what else? I forgot. Cheerful. He's a cheerful, creative music lover. Oh yeah, and I made sure that his eyebrows did not match his hair, because in reality, they don't. Because his hair is tied so much. So, And then I was trying to find his eyes, and a lot of the pictures I found, he was either smiling or looking away or like looking up, and oh, the nose again. The nose cracks me up when it does that. So maybe? I don't know. Oh yeah, I gave him the traditional like ripped jean pants, so. And oh, that's what it was. I was checking to see if he had any tattoos, and I was like, oh my god, he's got a fat stomach. And nothing else. Do the rest of them have it? Nope. Okay. And then I see his face again. I'm like, oh my god, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. And there's still something wrong because I couldn't fix it. And I go back to Luke again. There's still something wrong with him. His hair is one of the big key factors, but his face is also like, it's not pushed out enough. It's like really flat on his face, whereas everyone else's isn't. Yep, and there he is. So, again, they all have the same aspiration, but he's the creative goofball and he's cheerful as well. And I always spell Michael wrong every time. And his voice was hard to do too because I never really actually hear his voice. Oh, and now this is, I think, yep, last touches. Yep, his arms seem big enough, chest is in the red spot. Still something off with his face, but I don't know what it is. And the last turn for the final completion. And this is the end of the video. So I do my last little turns around here. So I guess I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye.